Welcome to Mindful Weekend Yoga. So nice to see all of you. And for anybody new, opt out of anything that doesn't serve you. And everything I offer here is an invitation. And as usual, I want to choose a theme for yoga. And the one that I came up with today is going to be compare and get excited. And this theme came up yesterday as I was having a conversation with my own coach. We were actually recording a podcast for something she was doing. And we recognize that this is something actually that I do now rather than compare and despair, which is what most of us do and are trained to do in medicine. To look at the things around you and let them excite you. And if someone's doing something interesting, rather than despair, notice what you love about it. Notice what works for you. Notice what makes you come alive. It's a tool to get at what your most authentic self is. The opposite is true too. If you don't like something someone else is doing, or something doesn't fit you, or feels different or feels wrong or doesn't sit well in your body, that's information about who you're not. And so using this as a way to get excited about who you are and let go of who you are not at any given point in time, knowing that we don't stop evolving when we become 18, that we continue to evolve all the way until the end. So with that, finding your sit bones and finding your root underneath you, send your ischial spines downward into the earth, setting yourself up to feel steady. And take a moment here to find your breath, reconnect to it. If your hands are on your knees, maybe enjoy the skin to skin, the hand to knee connection. Enjoying a little bit of a massage there as you settle in, becoming aware of your body. In yoga, we use our body to help us settle in and to gather information. Things often feel off in your body and you don't really know why. And they often feel right in your body. And that is also information. So gathering all this rather than judgment as data collection. And what information can you learn about yourself and the direction you're headed and any directional shifts you might want to enjoy. And so taking a moment wherever you are to sit with this idea. And I invite you to bring a hand to heart to gather information from your heart space. And another hand atop. Potentially rub that hand on the top, lessening the cortisol that most of us float in, knowing that when we lessen the cortisol and when we increase the oxytocin, we have more capacity for shift and change and creativity and seeing things that we might not otherwise be able to see. And showing up with more patience and non-judgment and kindness. And perhaps non-striving, perhaps just an acceptance of who we are. So taking in a huge inhale, wrapping up your heart with breath, sending the breath down into your belly. And an exhale, let it out long and smooth. And another big breath all the way to your tippy toes. And exhale, let it out, long and smooth. Enjoy how you feel here. Taking a moment to just notice whatever you notice in your brain. Whatever's come up with this idea of compare and despair versus compare and be excited. What information is within that you might like to become aware of? And as anything edgy comes up, rubbing the top hand on the bottom hand. Noticing where perhaps you might feel jealous or inadequate or like you're falling short. And let that be information of what you would like more of in your life, who you might like to become. And where in your life people or ideas or institutions rub you the wrong way. A lot of clarity about what isn't you and what is out of alignment. It doesn't mean you have to change. It's just good information about who you are. And that not everybody and not everything is in alignment for you, and that's okay. But grounding into who you are and shining that light a little bit brighter. Taking in another 3 huge deep breaths, letting your chest rise under your hands, filling it up with all the things that you would like to be more of, or grow, or celebrate within you. And exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling the processes in your life, the things that you do and the ways that you do them that work really well for you. Honoring those and letting it go. And inhaling more of whatever feels good to you with this breath. And we'll bring our hands together, creating a little heat and warmth, rubbing them together, bringing the thumbs to the sternum, finger pads each press against each other, one against the other, elbows out wide. Taking a moment to embrace curiosity, and maybe the curiosity of comparison, and especially that comparison of what doesn't sit right with you, things you don't like, and letting that be exciting as well. A chance to grow and embrace your uniqueness, what's different about you, where maybe you stand out, not as a problem, but as a shining light. Letting the energy of excitement come into this idea of comparison, which for many of us feels opposite. Just for fun, letting yourself play with it on your mat today. Remembering that when we're relaxed, some of these things feel more accessible. And maybe there's epiphanies and inspirations in your body, things you can learn from. So set your own intention with that in mind, whatever feels like it resonates. And feel free to let go of whatever doesn't. That's part of the information here. I'm not right, you're not right. Just choose what works for you. And when you're ready, we'll lower hands and open our eyes and just shaking things out, letting go of any tension, tightness. And you'll reach your arms up to the sky, interlace your fingers, have a shimmy, exhale, round forward, suck your belly all the way back behind you. Let this be an absolutely juicy, delightful stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tip leftward, root your right hip down. Let that be your steadying force and create stretch in the entire line of your right body, opening all the nooks and crannies. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tip rightward. Breathing in, stretching. Exhale it out. Coming back to center. Opening your arms out wide, spread your fingers wide, pinch your scapula together. Enjoy whatever information you have. One side might be more tight than the other. Enjoy it. Squeezing tight and exhale, release. Wrap your arms around and give yourself a huge hug, honoring all those things about yourself that feel amazing, even the things you don't like. In fact, honoring those things that you specifically don't like. Letting that comparison give you amazing, fun, and exciting information about who you are, rather than how you're falling short. Untangling your arms, stretch them wide, spread those fingers wide, wiggle them, because it's fun. And give yourself a huge hug the other way, squeezing tight, rocking a little bit, maybe a little twist in your waist. And spread your arms wide once again. Lower the right hand, plant your palm, spread all 5 fingers wide, and stretch opening up that left side body, opening yourself up to possibility and excitement and new things. Letting the information that you gather around you be exciting, helpful. Inhale, cartwheel over to the other side, bend, stretch, and enjoy. Wiggling, stretching, creating space in those tiny nooks and crannies that maybe haven't seen the light of day since the last time we did yoga. Inhale, coming back up to center, opening your arms wide, bringing them into eagle arms, right elbow under left, wrapping, twisting. Bring your elbows to shoulder height. Pause here. You might have a peephole, just letting yourself see out the peephole. Letting your scapula stretch. Huge breath in, forward and despite the being twisted up like a pretzel. Down through your back into your belly. Exhale, let it out. Press your elbows against each other. Subtle is significant. And relax. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round, curl, and fold. And enjoy what happens without judgment. You may be someone who loves this, and you may be someone who doesn't. It doesn't matter. There's no right. Just let it feel good or not. And if you don't love it, embrace that. Inhale, lift up. Untangle, stretch, and we'll crisscross the other. And notice this side compared to the other side. My two sides are very different. I have some chronic shoulder stuff. And can I show up without judgment? Can I learn to honor that all that shoulder stuff taught me a lot and gives me perspective and the ability to connect and the ability to move through the world with a little more care. Not always picking up on everything, choosing with intention how I'm going to move forward, what yoga poses I can and can't do, where I show up with judgment. And not because I'm falling short, but because it's information. Press the elbows against each other, release. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round, curl, suck your belly all the way back, drop your head and neck. Enjoy. Let it be a deep stretch filled with possibility and excitement. When you feel ready, lift up, untangle, stretch your arms wide and lower them down. Squunch your shoulders all the way up, massaging deeply, deeply. And relax, let it integrate. Stretch your legs long and have a little knee bang here. Find your sit bones and hinge forward at the waist. Noticing where you land, wiggling your toes. Hinge forward a little bit more. And find your sit bones, your roots. Connect down into the earth. Let this feel really nourishing and healing and kind. Point your toes. Noticing information here. You might like this or it might feel too stretchy. Noticing what your body enjoys. Flex your ankles. Spread your toes wide. Let it feel amazing. Relax. Open your legs up wide here and you'll shift onto your sit bones so that your ischial spines are downward and your belly is tight. You're not rounded or folded. Sit up tall and proud. In the idea of just owning who you are, rather than comparing yourself in a negative way. How do you fall short? How are you different? How are you unique, special? What do you bring to this world that no one else can? That's a phrase from Charlie Mackes's The Boy and the Fox and the Horse. I love that statement. What allows you to bring to this world things no one else can? When you're ready, slide your right hand down and curl your left over, stretch, maybe grab your toe. Both sit bones are reaching downward. Inhale, cartwheel up and come over to the other side, adding in a little bit of flow for fun. Lifting up, both arms up, send your roots down, twist to the left and right hand will come to the left thigh and left hand comes behind you. Plant your fist or your fingertips and grow as absolutely tall as you can. The twists are spine stretches, being sitting within, sitting tall, sitting proud. Comparing yourself to others and be excited about what's different, what's special, what's uniquely you. What are the things that you love that not everyone else loves? We all have our own collection of things. Let yourself honor and enjoy them. Also noticing what you don't love, letting that be a clue as to some of the things you do love. Maybe you love the opposite. Inhale, raise our arms up and twist all the way, but with care, to the right side. Left hand on the right thigh, plant your right fingers behind. Inhale, grow absolutely tall and ring it out. Gaze over your right shoulder. Enjoy the view. Take a moment to notice the beauty and the magic over there, whatever it is, inside or out. What do you see? Twisting back to center, walk your hands forward up in the middle. Once again, hinge at the waist and fold, but let your heart shine forward. Your unique and special heart. Noticing where you shine. Compare and get excited rather than despair. Kind of a fun task. Maybe rolling your ankles, maybe point your toes and flex them. Noticing that subtle shift. You likely will need to engage your belly as you do this to sit steady. Walking your hands back up to center. You're going to bring your right foot into the left inner thigh, and we're going to lift up into Wild Thing. Adjust yourself so as to be kind to your knee, especially if you're outside on a stone patio, so your knee doesn't get hurt as you lift up. Lift and stretch. And roll your wrists, creating a lot of expansiveness in the chest. Whatever this looks like, try not to judge it. No comparison. One of the things I love about Zoom yoga is nobody can see you. You can all see me, but nobody can see you in your tiny box. So play with it. Let it feel amazing. Stretch a little bit further. Plant the outer edge of your left foot into the earth. Send your sit bones down and cartwheel over once again. Moving slowly and with care. Reach your right arm over. Fan open your ribs. You might be able to grab your toe this time. And we'll cartwheel back up into Wild Thing because it's fun. Let it be fun and light. See if you can draw your right hand back and gaze up at the view. Heart open, chest open. Lowering your sit bones down. Come back to center. You'll reach your right leg out and your left foot to the right inner thigh. And take a moment here. Slide your arm down and you'll curl over. And cartwheel back up to Wild Thing. Stretch and enjoy. Roll your wrist. Coming back down. Twist over to the other side. And we'll do that one more time. Lifting up, stretch, roll. And come back to a seat. Coming into butterfly pose. Thinking about the idea of butterflies transforming from caterpillars and leading into a little bit of this idea of shift and change and metamorphosis. And letting comparison help you with that. Help you as to where you're heading directionally. And specifically where you're not heading directionally, where you don't want to go. Pressing your knees towards the floor, letting your pelvis open up. Have a little rock. Once again, inviting the lightness. That's where the learning shift and relaxation come. Inhale, pouring it down into your pelvis and into your root, into the earth beneath you. And exhale, let it out. Bringing your knees back together. We're going to sweep around, coming into tabletop. Take a moment here to find your center, a flat tabletop, especially your belly button. Flat back. Inhale, forward cow. Enjoy the lower back opening and your belly shining forward. Noticing how it feels. Exhale, round, suck that belly all the way up, drop your head and neck. Lower back down to tabletop and arch, shine your heart forward. Come back to tabletop and find steady. Stand that left leg long, raise it a little bit below hip height and reach your right arm long. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Find steady, find your balance. If you wish, you can bring elbow to knee. And if you wish, you can stretch long. If it's fun, do it. No compare and despair here. Just let yourself be excited about whatever your body craves. Bringing elbow to knee and stretch. Lower your hand, lower your foot. Drop your left heel to the right and reach that right arm up to the sky and over your ear. Let your head hang. Gaze at the view, maybe upside down. Things look a little bit different. Upside down and sideways. Maybe draw your arm back, gaze up, let your heart open. Bring your hand back to neutral. Use that bottom bent knee to kickstand to help you balance. And you'll raise your leg up to the sky and raise your arm over your ear if it's fun. If it's not fun, don't do it. And if it's fun, you might bend your knee and grab your foot and enjoy a thigh stretch. And if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. Pause here and just notice. Noticing where you are different, either in this pose or just out in the world. If you can close your eyes, you'll be a little tippier, but you might have more information. Shutting out the visual noise. Release your hand, bring your arm back up, lower your foot. Come back to tabletop and have a waggle in between sides. Pausing steady, reach your left arm up, and we're gonna come into thread the needle before we do the other side. Bringing your left hand between your right hand and your right knee and drop your ear. And stretch your right arm long. Coming back to tabletop, you can stretch it the opposite way if that feels good for you. And if it doesn't, don't worry. Inhale for cow, exhale for cat. Paying attention to the transitions before you move forward. Come back to steady. Stretch your right toe behind you. Stretch your left arm in front. Raise your right heel a little below hip height. Pause and find your center. If you wish, elbow to knee. Let this feel graceful and elegant. If it doesn't, don't do it. Noticing how your body works and what feels good. And if you don't like it, good information. You don't like balancing on one knee and one hand. Helpful. Drop your toes. Drop your hand. Drop your heel. Reach your right arm up and over. Coming into gate pose here. Stretch it over your right ear. And enjoy, flop down a little bit. Gaze at the view. Notice what you see. Melting into your environment. Especially if you're outside. I can see that some of you are also outside. Letting yourself bathe in the nature or even the calm of this moment in time. Reaching your arm back up to neutral. If you wish, raise your right leg. And you might kickstand your left foot. You might bring it overhead, flexing your ankle. Bring it up to the sky, bend your knee, and enjoy a stretch here. And you might notice that the sides are different. This side might not work as well, or work better. But noticing that judgment and letting it go. How great that both sides are not the same. Actually, you would want to be exactly the same. Maybe your other side wasn't as good, so who cares? Drawing your foot into your hand. Enjoy a little more pull if you have room. Let this feel really juicy and delightful and kind. Releasing your foot, reaching your arm up. Come back down to tabletop. Enjoy your hips for a moment. And reach your right arm up to the sky. Thread it through. Drop your head. Come into thread the needle and reach that left arm long, long, long. And pause here. Melt into the earth underneath you. And just noticing. Noticing where perhaps you compare and despair and where you could instead compare and be excited. What information do you gather? Where can you use rubbing up against things that you don't like or make you feel tiny to know who you are, what you love, what you want to bring to this world? Bring your left hand back by your face, untangle, reach it up, and come back to tabletop. From here, move your hands forward, curl, and lift up to downward dog. And take a moment here to walk the dog. Let it feel good. Let your head be loose. Maybe bend both knees as juicily as you can so they're parallel to the floor. And shift your hips all the way up to the sky. Pressing back, your heels will come to the earth. Pause and enjoy here. Enjoy 5 breaths upside down, looking at the world differently. When you're ready, walk your feet towards your hands and come into a forward fold sag, grasping your elbows, and enjoy it here. Maybe also appreciating the view behind. Bring your hands to your sacrum, reclasp them, and let your hands fall overhead. Stretch your shoulders, and in this very ungraceful position, just reflecting, noticing where you maybe compare and despair, where you might be able to turn that into excitement about who you are, exciting things you've done. In an ideal world, we might not compare at all, but sort of the human spirit. And so can you turn it into something that feeds you rather than drains you? Bring your hands to your sacrum, slide them down the backs of your legs. Engage your belly and unroll up slowly, slowly, slowly. And as you rise up, bring your arms up to the sky and your palms will come together at heart center. And pause here. Take a moment. Pressing hands into your sternum, finger pads together, palms together, elbows out wide. And just noticing how you feel, where you are. I was noticing how discombobulated I feel today, and my clothes were getting all tangled, and I thought, well, when I first started doing this, I would have not allowed that to happen, and now I just don't care, I just show up. And how great is that, actually? I give other people permission to show up as they are. It's kind of fun. Opening eyes, lower your hands, reach your right arm up, and your left hand's gonna slide down the left leg, tilting to the left side, and let your whole right side body open up. Engage the whole right side body here. It's open, but it's also taking good care of your back. Cartwheel open to the other side. Your right hand will slide down, left arm will reach over. Use your belly here. It's very controlled. Bring that left hand back up, your right arm back up. Both arms reaching to the sky. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Exhale, twist to the left. Your right hand will come in front. Use your belly here. Gaze behind you at that left hand. Reaching both arms up, turning slowly back to center. Twist to the right. Right hand behind you, left hand in front. Your gaze might be over that right hand. Inhale, reaching up. Use your belly here with care. Twist to the left. Slowly. Take care of yourself. Inhale, lift up. And if anything doesn't work for you, just opt out. Twist to the right. Right hand behind you. Gaze over the right hand. Flip your palms up to the sky, reaching them up top, and twist back to center. Interlace your fingers, let your pointer fingers reach up, and you'll reach all the way up. Exhale, tip to the left, rest your left ear. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip to the right. Let it feel amazing. Bringing your palms together, drip your hands back down to your heart, and fold forward, fold to the earth. Inhale for that half lift. Stick your rear end out. Let your heart shine forward. Exhale, fold downward. Plant your hands and step your feet back. Pause here for a moment. Find steady. When you're ready, lower down chaturanga to the earth. Many of you will bend your knees and lower down, taking your time. And pause on the earth here, getting information from the ground beneath you. What is there for you? Inhale for low cobra, gaze forward, let your heart just peek out. Just gathering data and information about where you might be headed. Curling your toes, and we'll lift up back to downward dog. Enjoy the view. Walk the dog. Walk, making your dog a little more narrow. Your left hand will reach to your right ankle. Twist and tug. Enjoy the stretch in the back of the left shoulder. Switch sides. Right hand comes to left ankle. Twist and tug. Enjoy it. Bringing your hand back. Walking it to a little bit more of a downward dog. Raise your left leg. And gently, straight away, we'll bring our left leg between our hands. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Take your time. Once you're upright. Gaze is over that left middle finger in your drishti, where you're headed. Let it feel amazing. Flipping the palm up, tip backwards into graceful warrior, elegant warrior. And hang out here for a few breaths, gazing upward at the possibilities, the things you might be excited about. Engage your right glute to stabilize you. 2 more breaths here. Cartwheel open, back to warrior two. Bend your front elbow, reach over, come into side angle. You might draw your right arm back and gaze up today. Once again, kind of embracing the possibilities. Use your left glute to stabilize you. Reach your arm overhead, stretch from one end to the other, creating a little bit of space here. Cartwheel back up to warrior two. Shoot into triangle pose because it's fun. Hips go back like the little teapot, and you'll drop your hand down, gazing up. Enjoy the shapes. Roll the top wrist. Seeing if you cannot judge your shape. Instead, be excited about being here at all. Just be excited about whatever feels good to you. You might, if it's fun, lift your left arm up and reach your right arm over. Engaging your right side. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Reaching your arms back in either direction. Slowly rise back up to stand. Bring your hands to your hips here. Turn your toes to the side of your mat. Turn your heels in and squat down into goddess pose. Reaching your arms up into a cactus shape. Lowering your elbows, squeezing them tight and shooting them up. And elbows squeezing tight and shooting them up. Come back to the cactus shape. Bring your elbows in front all the way to match and open them wide. And bring them all the way to touch if you can. And open them wide. We'll do that one more time, bringing them together and open them wide. See if you can raise your right heel and lower it down. And your left and lower it down. And maybe raise both heels. And if you don't like this, let that comparison, that information, be information. Not something wrong with you, but just what do you like? What is more you? Lower your heels. Shoot up tall into star pose. Bring your arms out to that 5-point star because it's fun. Simple as that. Maybe flick like a shooting star. Squeeze your fists and flick away. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to turn your toes to face forward. Hinge at the waist here. Moving slowly, you'll fold forward into a wide angle forward fold. Lower your hands here. Adjust your feet so they're parallel to the front and back of the mat. And your back is flat here for a moment. Breathing in both directions, in and out. Walk your hands between your legs and look behind you. And if you don't like being upside down, that's good information. You love to be upright. For some of us, there's great information here. Walking your hands forward, back to the line with your feet. Walk them over to the left, right hand to the left ankle and twist and look at the view. See if you can sink in a little bit here. Without comparison, whatever you're doing is amazing. Be excited about it. Lowering your hands, walk to the other side and twist. Roll your wrists. Come back to center. Walking over towards the left foot, you're going to bend your left knee, straight your right, and enjoy a stretch in the back of the right leg. If you have a block, it would be helpful here. I don't have one today. Point your toe and flex your ankle. We'll do that 2 more times. Noticing simply. Let it be information. And we'll walk our hands from the inside of the left knee all the way over to the right side. Bend the right knee and straight your left. And if you don't land in a spot that works, adjust. Stretch. Let it be good information about kindness or whatever else you need. Enjoy a little bit of a rock here. Let it feel amazing. Without judgment. And instead of without comparison, let the comparison give you a little excitement about what you like or what you love. If you don't like it, good information. Walking back up to wide angle, you're going to turn your right toes to what's probably the back of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and rise up. Slowly, take your time, letting things adjust. Bend your front knee and come into warrior 2 here. Gazes over the right middle finger. And some of you who come regularly might notice that this class is faster than usual. And the real reason is it's chilly out here, it's windy. But just notice if you like slower classes or faster classes. It's actually a gorgeous day, but right in this spot, it's breezy next to the creek. Flip your palm up and tip backwards. And rather than judging, I'm being excited about the briskness of the breeze and letting it keep me awake and moving a little more. Fanning open those ribs. Invite the energy of a little bit of a morning brisk breeze. The birds seem to absolutely love it. And it's beautiful inside. Cartwheel open to warrior two. Gazes over your right middle finger. Your drishti, where you're headed. Where you're headed is different than everyone else. So any comparison, let it be exciting about where you're headed. No matter what phase of life you're in. There's people who come to this class who are 30 and people who come who are in their 70s. Some kids actually come with their parents. So be excited about where you are. Let that be the comparison. How are you different? How is it fun? How are you doing unique and interesting things? Bend that front elbow and stretch the top hand over. Let this feel really, really, really good. If you have the block, you can use it here. And if you don't. You might even want to raise that bottom hand like we did in triangle because it's fun. Doesn't have to be the same as the other side. Draw your left arm back and gaze up a little, stretching your waist in a little bit of a different way. Cartwheel back up. Straight that front knee and shoot forward into Trikonasana. Drop your hand and gaze at the view. I'm thinking about even the comparison of the day. Yesterday it was very warm and not windy. Today it's still sunny and beautiful, but windy this morning. And my comparison is, yesterday it would have been better to teach yoga outside, but actually today is super wonderful if I just allow myself to be excited about it. You might raise your left arm over and your right arm up here if that's fun, only if it's fun. Lower the hand, cartwheel up. Bring your hands to your waist once again. Turn your toes so that the feet are parallel to the front and back of the mat. Hinge forward into that wide angle forward fold. Plant your hands this time if you have a little bit more space. Waggle your hips. And just take a moment here to pause and breathe. Noticing the shapes. And notice if you want to fold further into an inversion or not. Straight your elbows, heel toe your feet back to a little wider than hips width, and we're going to sink down into yogi squat. You'll walk your hands towards you, bring your elbows into your knees, and try to balance. Noticing also if you are tippy today or more tippy than usual, rather than compare and despair, my guess is it's the breeze. And maybe there's good information there, good learning, letting go of judgment, practicing, and noticing how to find steady even amidst the breeze. I used to resist the wind. Can you just let it shift you? Closing your eyes if you can here, and gathering information from your root chakra, your creativity centers, your safety centers. Those love centers are all in the sacral and root chakra that get activated here in yogi squat. Lowering your hands, turn your toes to face front and slowly lift up into a forward fold. You might straighten your legs this time and enjoy a delightful, delicious fold. If you don't like that, use bent knees. You might bend one knee and then the other. Take a moment here to enjoy it in whatever way feels good to you. Be excited about whatever your body does love and the freedom of choice. When you're ready, fold forward even more and unroll with your hands dragging you down up to stand tall. And when you arrive, let your palms open to the front and steady your feet, coming into Tadasana or mountain pose. Standing tall, breathing. And just take a moment here to settle into your body. Notice whatever information has shown up, data collection. And thinking about this idea of comparing yourself to others as a way of being excited about who you are and or what's possible. Rather than being behind, of course you would do it a different way, whatever you're going to do. But what that comparison offers is possibility, hope, inspiration, lightness, fun, whatever that might be. And if that feels edgy, bring your hand to heart and the other hand to top. And either way you do that, you're sending yourself some oxytocin, melting the cortisol, taking a huge deep breath, pouring it all the way down through the soles of your feet into the earth. And exhale, as you exhale, drawing up energy from the earth back into your body, wrapping your heart all the way up into your head. And open your eyes and shake it out. We're going to do a balance pose here for fun, because I love to balance. I think we'll do tree pose. But tree pose is in the wind, since I'm in the wind. Bringing your hands to your heart. And the tree pose bouncing in the wind is a practice of not resisting the wind. It's a practice of becoming one with it. Warming up your hands. If they're chilly, bring your thumbs to your sternum. Kickstand your foot. And you'll slide your foot up to your calf. If you want to go higher, feel free, but don't put it over your knee, be kind to your knee. And when you have found steady, you can reach your arms up. Letting your arms be wherever feels good to you. They might be out wider, they might be together. Decide what feels good and let yourself flow a little bit with the breeze here, playing with the impact of whatever gravity comes to mind. It doesn't have to be a perfect, steady tree. Letting it be whatever shape shows up today. Maybe even adjusting your arms as things shift within. Remember to breathe. Bring your hands to your hips to steady you. Draw your knee in front. Stretch your leg long and bend it. And once more long and bend it. And we'll lower it down and shake it up. Really give it a shake. Shaking away any of that negativity, that despair. Let it be really fun and really shaky. Lots of evidence to show that shaking off the things you would like less of is fun. And when you're ready, bring your hands to heart. There's no evidence to show it's fun. The evidence shows it's good for you. But it is fun. Send your right foot and right tree trunk down. Kickstand your left foot. Hands can come to heart this time. Palms together, thumbs together, finger pads together. Slowly raise your foot to your calf. And when you're ready, grow your branches and accept whatever wobbles, wiggles, breezes come along. Just enjoying the shape. And let it be a little bit playful and a little bit tippy and a little bit flowy today. However you feel. If you feel very steady and you want to be in one spot, you do that. Just let the energy flow. Maybe adjusting your hands one more time. Enjoy a last big juicy breath here. Let your hands come down to your hips for steady. Bring your knee forward, extend your leg, and bend it. And extend it, and bend it, and lower it down. Shake it out. We're gonna do Warrior 3 here, because one, it's fun to fly in the breeze. I'm gonna be like a bird in the currents of the air. And also because I had someone here for a retreat this week who does what was formerly called DEI, and I can't remember what the letters stand for, but now they call it SOAR. So I'm inspired to soar as birds in honor of creativity. And so, standing tall, find steady, bring your hands to your heart, and you'll shift your right foot forward, plant it, Raise your back leg and come up to fly, however that looks for you. And if it's fun, extend your arms. And let yourself soar over with that reflection of down below rather than comparison. Like, how can it be exciting? What can you learn from what's underneath you? What you're flying above, what you see, what you're soaring over. You might bring your arms in front as an experiment, or to the sides, maybe to your hips. Play with it. And when you're ready, rising back up and simply shake it, but shake it with joy and fun. Shake it harder than you've ever shaken it before, with pleasure. And come back, drop back into your body. Your left foot is going to step forward this time. Bring your hands to your heart and raise your right leg. Extend your arms. Let it be fun. Maybe blowing in the breeze, maybe not. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy it. Let it be a little tippy. Experiment with it. Maybe bend your knee and straighten it a little bit. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips and come up and shake it out. We're going to come to lie on the ground, on the earth, whatever language you would like to use. When you arrive, soles of the feet on the earth, take a moment to melt in. To let your breath steady. Noticing the sounds around you. The creek here is absolutely magical this time of year. And I appreciate it. The breeze actually makes a magical noise in the trees, even though it feels chilly in this shady spot. Huge breath in, breathing in all that goodness all around. And exhale, let go of whatever you don't like to let go. Curl yourself into a tight, squeezy ball, activating your parasympathetics, squeezing your face, squeezing everything super tight. Release your head to the floor, keeping your shins in your hands, and enjoy a rock, a sacral massage, gazing up at whatever's up there. Letting there be excitement about whatever you see. Coming into happy baby. Let that be fun. You might straight one leg and the other, or both, or neither. Wiggling toes. You might bring your legs together up top if you can reach them. Grabbing your toes, press your heels to the sky. If this doesn't work for you, just rock in your happy baby or rock in your ball, whatever feels good. Release your toes. Bring your hands sliding back down your thighs. Bend your knees. Coming into tabletop here. And wherever you are, come into tabletop. Raise your arms to the sky. And you'll stretch your right arm and left leg long, finding center at the end here. Restoring your sense of groundedness and center. Sending your sacrum to the floor. Stretch right arm and left leg long. Your right arm extends to the sky. Come back to center. And once again, right arm and left leg. Back to center. And switch sides. Remember to breathe. Come back to center here. Lower your hands behind your thighs, and you'll lower one leg and then the other. And we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclining butterfly here. One hand to heart, one hand to belly. And pausing here to reflect. Reflecting on this idea of comparison as something to be excited about, information, good information, hopeful information,
about who you are, what you love, and what you don't love, who you are not. Letting that guide you towards being more aligned, more authentic, and moving through the world with more integrity, not less. Let the breaths fill your chest and your belly, your hands rising and falling. Bring your hands to your outer thighs, draw your knees together, come knock knee. Reach your arms overhead and enjoy, or not, depending on the shoulders, and enjoy a couple of windshield wipers, undoing any tightness in your back. And enjoy anything else that would feel good before we come into Shavasana. Anything we didn't do today or that your body is craving. Let your body dictate. And let that be learning rather than comparing what you think you should do. What if there's excitement in listening, following the cues? Whatever it is, let it be fun. And when you're ready, stretching out long on your mat, you'll send your toes towards the front, dropping them to face outward, palms open to the sky about 6 inches from your waist. And allow yourself to drop into Shavasana here. A chance to fully integrate, to let yourself marinate in the stretching, the work, the sensations, the neurochemicals, the breeze. However you feel, let yourself have a few moments to enjoy, replenish, restore, integrate Shavasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. If you want to stay, feel free. That's the beauty of Zoom and YouTube yoga. Stay as long as you like. But if you're ready, wiggle fingers and toes. And enjoy an absolutely stupendous stretch. Delightful, delicious, kind, and loving. And when you're ready, make your way up to a seat where we began. And when you arrive there, find your sit bones, root them downwards, grow your spine tall, reach the crown of your head to the sky, and bring both hands to your heart, hand on heart. Pressing the bottom hand into the heart space, massaging the top hand on top of the bottom hand, melting some cortisol. Taking in a huge breath, wrapping your heart with breath and oxygen once again, giving it a hug. And exhale. Sending the next breath into your belly, filling it, letting it expand, expanding yourself, your visions of yourself, letting the comparisons be exciting and expansive and beautiful and wonderful, exciting information. Exhale and letting it out. And we'll bring our hands together, creating a little heat and energy as we move into the rest of our day.
Thumbs to your sternum, palms together, pressing your elbows against each other, creating that energetic transference between the heart and the rest of you. May we all move forward with a little more excitement and enthusiasm, a little more aligned, and a little more aware of our differences and our uniqueness and the beauty that we each bring to this world. The light and uniqueness and love in each and every one of you, I reflect and honor. May you all have an amazing day, an amazing week. Namaste.